Oh, gotcha.
Start Shedeur.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, listen, what do I want to watch? I want to watch Shedeur Sanders.
Who doesn't want to watch
that? But
put him in, coach.
Yeah,
give the people what they want. The world wants to see him go out there and not only play but have success. At this point, guys are rooting for him. This isn't anything against Dylan. This isn't anything against Joe. I'm just saying the excitement is there for him to go out there. He's going to put eyes on the screen. He is going to bring people to the game. It is what it is, man. I would love to fucking see it, man. Yeah. I would love to fucking see it.
For sure. I mean, listen, what do we want to watch? We want to watch Shedeur Sanders. And Travis Kelce just confirmed it. This wasn't a casual remark. This wasn't some throwaway line on a podcast. This was a 3-time Super Bowl champion, a future Hall of Famer, a guy who has caught passes from the best quarterback in football, standing up and declaring that the world doesn't just want Shedeur to step on the field, they want to see him shine. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is not small talk. That's a seismic shift in the quarterback controversy rocking Cleveland. And here's where the story gets electric. Travis didn't just say Shedeur should play. He said Shedeur will put eyes on the screen. He will bring fans to the game. He will change the way the Browns are perceived. Now ask yourself, when was the last time Cleveland had a quarterback who could electrify a city just by walking onto the field? The excitement is real. And when it's Kelce delivering that message, it carries weight. Because this man knows what a winning quarterback looks like. He's lived it. He's bled for it. And now he's saying Shedeur Sanders is worth the hype. But let's pause here, because while Travis Kelce is going all in on Shedeur, the Cleveland airwaves are buzzing with a very different tune. The radio personalities, the critics, the so-called analysts are tearing him down. They're not even arguing whether he should start. They're arguing whether he's even worthy of a roster spot. Imagine that. The son of Deion, Coach Prime, Sanders, a quarterback who was once projected as a first-round draft pick, reduced to a debate about whether he belongs in the NFL. That's the insanity we're dealing with right now. And let me remind you, Travis Kelce isn't talking like some outsider. He's a Clevelander. He's plugged into the pulse of that city. So when he says there's excitement for Shedeur, he's reflecting what people feel deep down. They want change, they want entertainment, and they want someone who can finally inject life into this Browns offense. So I'll ask you, the fans watching right now, who are you siding with? The Hall of Fame tight end who's been at the mountaintop of this game? Or the same old Cleveland media voices who've been wrong about quarterbacks for decades? Because here's the reality, the tension is building. The voices are clashing. And the stakes for Shedeur Sanders couldn't be higher. This isn't just football anymore. This is a battle between belief and doubt, between excitement and fear, between the old guard and the new wave. Now, let's break down how the hate is showing itself. The critics are using preseason snaps with third stringers, guys who were cut the next day, as proof Shedeur isn't ready. Think about that. 4 out of 5 of his weapons in those series didn't even make the roster. That's like asking a chef to cook with expired groceries and then blasting him when the meal doesn't taste right. Yet, for Dillon Gabriel, the so-called golden boy, none of that logic would ever apply. The double standard is blinding. And here's where Kelce drops the hammer. He says flat out, the world wants to see Shedeur Sanders play. Guys are rooting for him. That's not fan talk, that's player talk. That's locker room talk. That's one of the most respected players in football telling us that across the NFL, players want Shedeur to succeed. Because players recognize talent. They recognize poise. And they know that Shedeur brings something you can't teach. Charisma. The kind of energy that makes teammates run harder, fans cheer louder, and defenders second-guess themselves. You can't coach charisma. You can't teach swagger. But you know it when you see it, and Travis Kelce sees it. Now here's the wild part. While Kelce is spitting truth, Cleveland radio is doubling down with bizarre arguments. Why would they value the third game over the first game, they ask. Shouldn't he have improved each week? Look, if you're judging preseason appearances where he played behind practice squad linemen and threw to receivers who got cut before the ink dried on their contracts, you're not analyzing, you're reaching. And it exposes what this is really about. This isn't about performance. This isn't about tape. This is about narratives, politics, and a fear of the Sanders name carrying too much weight. And let me tell you something, Kelce sees through it. Fans see through it. And you probably see through it too.
With you. I 100%, I agree with you. That, and they are doing probably the right thing. But I want to see 12 go out there and sling it. I want to see.
Yep.
Exactly. It's the most exciting. It's the attention. It's like, I think he's shown that he can be an NFL quarterback in the preseason. I think he's done a good job since he's been in there.
I'm not going to say that he's. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
If I'm evaluating him, I'm like, yeah, you can play in the NFL.
So because that he should be the starter?
From a fan's perspective.
No, give me this
fellow
nonsense.
Clevelander. From a fellow Clevelander, I'm trying to see him shake.
Just because you're trying to see him
That'll
shake.
get me the most excited to watch the game for sure.
That's not a scouting report. That's a revelation. Because Kelce is describing the intangibles, the qualities that make a quarterback not just good, but unforgettable. Think about it. Baker Mayfield had the swagger, but not the consistency. Johnny Manziel had the showmanship, but not the discipline. Cleveland has seen this story before, but Shedeur? He's different. He's got the charisma and the football IQ. He's got the showmanship and the arm talent. And Kelce is telling us, in no uncertain terms, that this kid has the juice. So here's my question for you. If you're the Browns, what's the downside of letting Shedeur start? If you truly believe he and Gabriel are just backups, like some critics claim, then what do you have to lose by giving the fans what they want? By giving the locker room what it needs? Because in a city starved for excitement, Travis Kelce just gave them the green light. The world wants to see Shedeur Sanders. And when legends speak, only fools ignore them. So let's cut right through the noise. Critics keep hammering this line. He had 5 series and went backwards on each of them. Really? That's the argument? You're telling me you're going to judge Shedeur Sanders, Coach Prime's son, a quarterback with first-round projection, on 5 drives behind linemen who couldn't hold blocks and receivers who were gone within 24 hours? Come on. That's not analysis, that's agenda. And here's the kicker. These same voices admit that Dillon Gabriel would have been judged differently in the exact same situation. One defender even spelled it out. If Gabriel was the one playing with the threes and those guys got waived the next day, it would mean something to you. Translation? The rules aren't the same. The standards aren't the same. And that's why this debate is bigger than football. It's about fairness, respect, and yes, about the Sanders name shaking up old narratives that make certain people uncomfortable. This isn't just about competition, it's about credibility. And the haters are losing theirs fast. Now, Travis Kelce didn't just toss in a casual compliment. He doubled down. He reminded everyone that Shedeur is the showman, the entertainer, the spark. He told us Shedeur enjoys the limelight, enjoys the stage, enjoys the grind of being in that huddle when it matters. That's the kind of statement you don't make unless you've seen it, unless you believe it. And let's be honest here, Cleveland has been desperate for a quarterback who can not only win but captivate. For decades they've cycled through names, hoping for the next savior, only to watch each one fizzle out. Now they've got Shedeur Sanders, a quarterback who doesn't just throw passes, he sells tickets, he draws cameras, he energizes a locker room, and instead of leaning into it, they're hesitating. They're nitpicking. They're overthinking. So let me ask you, do you believe Cleveland is too afraid to take the leap? Or do you believe they'll finally break the cycle and embrace the inevitable? Because here's the truth, talent always finds its way to the surface. And Travis Kelce just told the world that Shedeur has the it factor. And when you've got it, no critic, no radio host, no biased analyst can hold you down forever. Now, let's rewind to something wild that came out of the Cleveland chatter. One critic admitted flat out, it might be 10 years down the road, but both these guys are going to be backups. Then in the same breath, he said, but right now Gabriel's better. Think about that contradiction. If both guys are destined to be backups in your eyes, why are you clinging to Gabriel? Why are you so desperate to keep Shedeur on the bench? The logic collapses on itself. This isn't about who's better. It's about who they're willing to believe in. And for some of these critics, believing in Shedeur Sanders means admitting they were wrong about him, and that's a bridge they refuse to cross. When the argument keeps shifting, you know the truth is closing in. And the truth is this: Shedeur Sanders has everything Cleveland needs. He's got the arm. He's got the poise. He's got the leadership qualities. And he's got something no spreadsheet can measure: the ability to make people care. Travis Kelce made that crystal clear. He said Shedeur is the showman, the guy who makes you want to root for him, the quarterback who makes you excited to tune in on Sunday. That's not fluff, that's football. Because the NFL isn't just about X's and O's. It's about butts in seats, eyes on screens, jerseys flying off shelves. And Shedeur Sanders checks every single one of those boxes. So here's the million-dollar question: why keep fighting it? Why keep clinging to Dillon Gabriel when the fan base is ready for Shedeur? When a Hall of Famer is telling you the locker room is ready for Shedeur? When the world, as Kelce put it, wants to see Shedeur Sanders succeed? This isn't a question of if, this is a question of when. And when is running out of excuses. Now let's zoom out. Because what we're really seeing is the collision of two forces. On one side, you've got critics tied to their takes, desperate to protect their credibility, unwilling to admit they misread Shedeur Sanders. On the other side, you've got players, fans, and legends like Travis Kelce saying, "Forget the noise, just look at the kid." And you know what? The longer Cleveland hesitates, the louder the voices in support of Shedeur will become. Think about it. Travis Kelce doesn't need to endorse anyone. He's got rings, fame, money, legacy. He could stay quiet and keep it moving, but he chose to speak. And when someone with that resume, that reputation, goes public with support for a rookie quarterback, that means something. That tells you this isn't hype, it's recognition. It's respect. So let me flip this back on you, the fans watching right now. Do you believe Travis Kelce is seeing something the Browns are blind to? Or do you think Cleveland is holding Shedeur back for reasons that have nothing to do with football? And here's where this gets powerful. Travis Kelce's voice gave credibility to what millions of fans already feel. And that matters. Because eventually, the groundswell becomes impossible to ignore. The chants get louder. The stadium starts buzzing. The locker room begins to shift. And a team that once hesitated has no choice but to embrace the future. And let's not sugarcoat it. The Browns' future is bleak without a spark. They've been locked in mediocrity for too long. The franchise has cycled through quarterbacks as if they're disposable. And now, with Shedeur Sanders on their roster, they're sitting on pure gold and treating it like fool's gold. Travis Kelce is begging them to open their eyes. The fans are begging them. And soon, the noise will drown out the doubt. When legends speak, when fans rally, and when the spotlight burns this bright, you either embrace it or get left behind. So let me close this with a reminder. Travis Kelce said it best: the world wants to see Shedeur Sanders succeed. That's not just Cleveland. That's not just Colorado. That's the entire football world. And when the world is watching, when legends are endorsing, when the energy is undeniable, history tells us one thing: the inevitable always wins. So to every critic still clinging to their outdated takes, to every hater still moving the goalposts, answer me this. Are you really going to argue against a Super Bowl champion who's caught passes from Patrick Mahomes? Are you really going to claim you know quarterback talent better than Travis freaking Kelce? Because if that's the hill you want to die on, good luck. Because sooner or later, Shedeur Sanders will step on that field. And when he does, all the excuses, all the doubt, all the noise, it'll vanish in the roar of a stadium that's been waiting for this moment. The truth is undeniable. The time is now. And Shedeur Sanders deserves his shot. So tell me, do you believe Travis Kelce is absolutely right about Shedeur deserving to start? Or do you believe the haters will keep moving those goalposts no matter what? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this debate isn't ending anytime soon. And if you want more truth, more fire, more unfiltered takes that nobody else is willing to say, you're in the right place. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Because here on Gridiron Insights, we don't just cover football, we expose the stories behind the headlines. And trust me, this is only the beginning. Like and subscribe. This is Gridiron Insights.